He and the defendant broke up 8 years ago, but she is still obsessed with him. Georgia is suing because he claims the defendant had her friends steal his car, and now she refuses to return it. Defendant Tamara Moore says she is not obsessed with George. She simply wanted to work on their relationship for the sake of their 5 children. Tamara claims George is a narcissist who now has women slashing her tires, and she denies owing him for anything.
Start with you.
Me and Miss Moore, I've known her for 17 years. We have 5 beautiful kids together. During that time, I did have a child with another woman, something I'm not very proud of. I just wasn't happy with the relationship,
Whatever. You just cheating, period. You wanted to cheat, and you saw that woman, you liked that woman, and you wanted to get with that woman, you got with that woman. Me and her find any excuse. She didn't tie your shoes, that made you unhappy. Me and her find any excuse.
So.
That's it. How have you all gotten along other than that? How many years were you all together?
17 years. And, we broke up in 2008. And, ever since then, we've had a good co-parenting relationship with our kids.
Good.
But Miss Moore seems to be still obsessed with being with me and being in a relationship with me. And it's been a roller coaster ever since.
Who wouldn't? You're a sex symbol. Who doesn't want you? By a show of hands, ladies, who wants him? You done fell off recently, You done fell off. Let me hear some background from you, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. Like Mr. Tillman said, we knew each other for 17 years. We do have 5 children together. When I did meet Mr. Tillman, he was in a relationship with a younger woman, like around 18, 19 years old.
How old was he?
39. I knew he was in a relationship, and yes, it probably was a mistake going into the relationship. I understand that, but I pursued it, and I've been there for Mr. Tillman. I've been there for 17 years for Mr. Tillman. I wouldn't think that it's an obsession. I just think that I'm just like maybe that woman that wanted to try to fix.
I got a whole lot of text messages.
Go ahead.
Show her.
I'm just that woman that wanted to try to fix the relationship. We have 5 children.
I didn't want to fix the relationship.
Mr. Tillman, his girlfriend, which is 25, and Mr. Tillman is 53. He's obsessed with teenagers, if I'm obsessed with him.
Yeah, I can differ. I mean, you can look at these text messages. They clearly, she's saying she want to be with me. She don't want to, see me go away. She don't want.
Okay. Oh, so what? I wanted to be with you. That's not being obsessed. That's not obsessed.
I'm going to leave the state.
I just said I wanted to be with you. That's not being obsessed.
Like, I take care of my kids. I do everything I do to take care of my kids. Whatever she needs, I give it to her. Her personal feelings about me seeing other women has nothing to do with the way I take care of my kids.
Yeah, but my personal feelings about your women slashing my tires that the kids go to school, that's a problem. That's a problem when you put that type of woman on a pedestal. That's a problem. Yes, it is. That's a problem for me. This girl is 25 years old. You 53. She's slashing my tires, and you sleep with her every night. That's a problem. That's the truck that I bring my children to school in every day. So yes, that's a problem.
That's the truck that I also purchased. That's the truck.
No, I purchased that truck. Okay. You helped with the finance. You helped with fixing the truck. You didn't purchase. I put cash. I paid for that cash. That truck cash.
All right.
You just helped me maintenance it.
Okay.
There's a difference.
I give you $750, and I'm just helping you to fix the truck, right?
You helped me maintenance. I didn't steal anything. By the state of New Jersey, that car was in my name. It was registered in my name, and it was insured. So what? I didn't pay for it. By the state of New Jersey, if a vehicle is in someone's name, they are the owner. Not only that, I didn't have to steal anything. I have a key.
I let you have the key. I let you have the key. Just like I had the key to your vehicle. Just like I have the key to your apartment. Yes,
all right, I was letting her get it out because she probably can't talk like that to you outside.
No, she can't.
No, he's a manipulator.
Let her go ahead and say whatever she wants. Ain't nothing you can do. nothing you can do. Anything else you want to tell him?
Yes, he's a manipulator. He's not. He doesn't. He's a narcissist. That's what you call him? He lives in a world where he's always right and he's never wrong, and he doesn't want to take fault.
I mean, that's
that has
right.
nothing. I'm not even talking about that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Your everyday life you think is right.
Okay, yeah, it's my life. It's not yours. As long as I take care of my kids, that's the
Don't
only
you
thing
talk
that
back.
matters.
You just keep going.
Don't go away. There's more Judge Mathis after this.
And all this in 6 months?
Correct.
She turned them into thieves and dope heads in 6 months.
I'm going over here.
Yeah, she got some influence, that's for sure. Her influence goes beyond him if that's the case.
And still to come.
It's more put the vehicle in her name because
You're lying. You had a car before this car, and you and your girlfriend got in an argument, and you bashed the windows, you put sugar in the tank, and you did all of that. So that car was in her name.
I don't have no problem. You have a problem with her.
Of course you don't have a problem with her. You don't have no problem with any.
All right, I let you do as much as I'm going to let you now. That's enough.
George Tillman Jr. is suing his ex-girlfriend, who claims George cheated on her and had a baby with another woman.
How does she owe you $2,600 for the car?
Your Honor, in February this year, I went to go purchase a vehicle. And Miss Moore put the vehicle in her name.
Why?
Because I don't have license right now.
They can get them young girls to put it in their name.
Yeah.
Because she told
Ask
me,
them.
because she didn't want me to put it in my girlfriend's
The young
name.
girl
She
didn't?
asked me to put it in her name because
You're lying. You had a car before this car, and you and your girlfriend got in an argument, and you bashed the windows, you put sugar in the tank, and you did all of that, and the girlfriend went to the courts, signed reports on you, so that car was in her name.
I don't have no problem with her. You have the problem with her.
Of course you don't have a problem with her. You don't have no problem with any.
All right, I let you do as much as I'm going to let you now. That's enough.
Your Honor, she wanted the vehicle in her name.
Why?
Because she just wanted to still be attached to me. That's why.
And you wanted it in her name, why?
Because she said she would do it for me. That's why.
But why wouldn't you put it in someone else's name who wasn't obsessed or wanted to be attached to you?
Because over the years we've had a very good relationship. That's why she had the key to the car. That's why I have the key to the other vehicle. That's why
Okay, so
she
what
has the
happened
keys
this
to my
time?
apartment. That's why I have the keys to her apartment.
Bull skanky. I don't got keys to your apartment.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to let you talk in a minute. And so what happened this time that caused this problem with the car?
Well, Your Honor, one day while I was going to my kids' school for a parent-teachers meeting, Miss Moore had her friends come and take the vehicle with the key and drive off.
Without your authorization?
Without my authorization, yes, Your Honor.
How long afterwards did you speak with her about it?
I called her the next day from the principal's office.
What'd she say?
She said that wasn't her friends on the video, and come to find out.
Oh, you have a video?
Yes,
Let's
I
see
do
it.
have the video, Your Honor. That's the front of the school. That's me pulling up in the BMW. I parked the car. I get out, that's me coming across the street with the red shirt on, with my kids. We stay out, we take a couple of pictures, we take some selfies, we go inside. And then about 11 minutes later, you'll see that's her friend right there. He's walking up the street, he's checking everything out. He walks around the car, comes back, and you'll see him put the key in the door, get in and pull off.
What did you do that day to cause it? She could have taken the car back from you anytime.
No, she saw my girlfriend driving the car the day before, and she got upset.
You left that part out.
Well, I didn't think it would matter that my car and who I let drive my car would matter.
It wouldn't have if you'd have had that person put the car in their name.
Hello.
And when you ask for her to return it, she has said no.
She said no.
Mm-hmm. And have you asked her to pay you for the car then?
Yes, I have.
And what has she said to that? No as well?
No
Let me
as
hear
well.
from you, ma'am.
He's a liar. Yes, my friends did go get the car that day. I've seen the girl drive the car a few times. It wasn't the day before. It was a few times, and it was weeks prior to this incident. And the reason why I did it is because this young lady damaged my car, my truck, and there was nothing prosecuted, nothing.
So finish,
touch your car.
Sir,
she did too. You want me to go? You want to pull out reports from the police station that you went with me to go prosecute her?
No, I didn't.
But no, of course you're going to say that. Of course.
Go ahead, man.
We both went and made a statement about the girl slashing the tires. So the girl doesn't like me. The girl has a problem with me because he spent the night at my house when they were arguing, when they had an issue with the car that he had that was in her name. I never begged him to put that BMW in my name. He asked me, and I said, okay, that's fine, because the truck was down at the time, and the kids needed to go back and forth to school. So I said, that's fine. There's a vehicle that needs to be needed anyway. So that's how the car got in my name.
All right. First of all, sir, I must tell you, she had a right to be upset or concerned if she saw the other woman driving the car. Why? Because it was in her name. She could be liable for what the other young lady did with the car. Now, ma'am, unfortunately, you do have a contract. That is his car. The contract was he bought it, he paid for it, you allowed him to put it in your name.
More of Judge Mathis in a moment.
Were you laid off frequent? Or
I'm not working
you
now.
keep shaking your head for? You ain't been around but 6 months. Yeah, you don't know what they did.
Yeah, I was.
She over there.
And later.
She became controlling. She had a problem with a friend of mine, which was my sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy's got a little sugar too. Now I don't know who you feel. Go ahead.
But she knows about that because she also wanted to listen to it.
I don't know what that is, but let's move along.
She wanted to listen.
I don't know what you're about to say.
Okay.
He twisted you around like you've never been twisted. You are embarrassing. Taking advantage of a 20-year-old girl. Don't come in acting pitiful. Be a man.
Next, Judge Mathis.
Plaintiff George Tillman Jr. is suing his ex-girlfriend, who claims George cheated on her and had a baby with another woman.
Where's the car now?
In my parking lot.
And you want to give it back or you want to pay him?
You want to give me child support or not?
He doesn't pay child support?
No, he does not, Your Honor.
I don't have to pay child. I've been taking care of my
so he
kids.
owes at least an assessment by the court. So the court will determine, based on his income, how much he would owe, and then they will take into consideration what you've paid. You say you take care of your children, tell it to the judge. She's going to tell the judge, you gave me a dime. I don't know nothing about it. That's why men like you and others who think that they should just throw the woman a few dollars.
A few dollars, y'all not throw a lot of money.
All right, well, throw a lot of money. If you haven't gone through the court and the court knows anything about it, have you?
We don't need that relationship.
Oh, yes, you
kids
do.
get taken care of.
Oh,
The
no,
kids, they get
sir.
their
She
clothes.
has custody. All right, keep thinking that.
They
All right,
get
tell the
everything.
next judge that.
Okay.
You go to court. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Same as it ever was.
No. When Mr. Tillman can't respect me as his children's mother, and he knows what respect means, there will not be a relationship. And Mr. Tillman will tell you himself, he don't care. So that's it.
Plaintiff Tammy Mathis is married to the defendant, but she claims their marriage ended after he started having an affair with his current girlfriend. The co-defendant, Tammy, claims once the defendant got with his girlfriend, he started using meth, and she's suing both of them today for unpaid loans. Defendants Paul Mathis and his girlfriend Rhonda McCool say Paul was married to Tammy for 18 years, but they hadn't slept in the same bed in 15 years. Rhonda claims Tammy has been harassing her, so they're countersuing for emotional distress and defamation.
Start with you.
All right, Your Honor. Paul Mathis is my husband. We've been together 18 years. Rhonda McCool is his girlfriend. She's been with him for approximately, I believe, 6 months. Paul has started doing drugs within the last year.
Think she has something to do with it?
She smokes marijuana.
What type of drugs does he use?
Meth.
Big difference.
Rhonda is one of the reasons why we're getting a divorce. We have 2 girls together, 14 and 17.
How does she engage them? How?
My youngest, 14, she has smoked marijuana with Rhonda.
Her kids love me, and there's no proof to that.
Go ahead.
My 17-year-old, she took to a store with her and shoplifted with her.
How did you find that out?
My daughter.
The daughter?
Yes.
And all this in 6 months?
Correct.
She turned them into thieves and dope heads in 6 months.
I'm going over here.
Yeah, she got some influence, that's for sure. Her influence goes beyond him, if that's the case.
I do know that she does not have her own children.
Your Honor, I do.
I don't believe all this. Let me hear from you.
I do have my own kids. My son right now, before her, he was in trouble, but right now he's in prison because of her.
How did she send him to
Because
prison?
they were staying at the hotel room with us. We were staying in a hotel room. We rented a room next to us for them. It was her 2 daughters, his son, and my son in the room. She got a hold of the police and told them there were drugs in the room, which we had no idea there was.
Were there?
I guess there was. I was at work when this happened, but she told the cops, I will give you the drugs and her son if you do not arrest my kids. Now, my son's in prison for 3 years because of it.
They found enough evidence to believe.
Yes, they did. They did.
So she didn't do anything wrong but report a criminal.
But I have the proof right here.
On behalf of the United States government, right?
Correct.
You're being a good citizen.
If she was doing that to be a good citizen, I would understand that. But I have the proof right here and messages she sent me that the only reason she's messing with my kids is to hurt me. I have proof of that. I have proof that she's going through my 14 and 16-year-old daughter, and she'll do whatever it takes to them.
I assume that's your emotional distress claim,
sir.
but before you demonstrate your distress, let me allow her to get back to her case. Go ahead. Any other testimony before we
Your Honor,
get to the loans you're suing for?
Yeah, I have a 5-year protective order on behalf of my children. Against
Protecting
her.
who?
Protecting my children. They cannot be around her.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because
she's a violence, she's a threat
because
to
she's into drugs. They have no place to live. They bounce from motel to motel.
No, that's not true.
Why?
Because she used my son doing drugs in order to get the protective order, but she takes her daughter every day to visit my son in jail. She pays for his phone calls. She puts money on his books.
They're 14 and 17.
Okay.
And the main thing for her
That's
getting
enough, ma'am. All right, I'm looking at the order. Why ever she did it, she got it. Your son is in prison. He was convicted.
Your Honor, he's not in prison. He's in the...
She said he was.
Yeah,
her son. Do you want your money or you want to talk about her son
No, I
and
don't.
her talk about your kids? They're somewhere smoking weed and getting high and y'all in here fussing about them.
Stay tuned. The case continues after this. And later on Judge Mathis.
This young lady that I brought over, because we still was staying there.
And you call yourselves broken up?
Right.
We only broke up for, what, an hour?
That's not true, Your Honor.
That is very true. An hour, and she brought somebody within the hour.
It was like 4 hours.
Not that long.
Big difference.
Rhonda is one of the reasons why we're getting a divorce.
Plaintiff Tammy Mathis is legally married to the defendant, but she claims their marriage ended after he started having an affair with his current girlfriend, the co-defendant.
Sir, do you want to speak?
At some point, yeah, here's how it worked. We've been married 18 years. 15 of it, we ain't slept in the same bed.
That's a lie.
The drugs and stuff is stuff she makes up and is totally false. And as far as getting with her, well, obviously I did. So, and she's just mad about that.
Okay.
So,
what happened with you and your wife's relationship?
she's just a mean, hateful person.
Okay, used to fuss all the time?
Yeah. And
About what?
you know, it doesn't matter what. It's
Well,
just anything she could.
Ma'am?
And there's
What were you?
I fuss.
Why?
I want a nice home. I wanted nice furniture. I didn't want our cars to get repoed all the time because he wouldn't work. Yeah, I fussed.
You wouldn't work?
Yeah, I've worked constantly. You're so. Oh.
Were you laid off frequently? Or
No,
out of
always-
work
I'm not working
What you
now.
keep shaking your head for? You ain't been around but 6 months. Yeah, you don't know what they did.
Yeah, I
Is
was-
she over there? they did. Go ahead,
I
sir.
was working, except for she was calling my employer and the people I work with, telling them I was on drugs and all that crap.
Did you do that?
I talked to them. They are my friends.
Why?
Because they're my friends.
The people he worked for?
They're not your
Yes.
friends.
Didn't you think that would cause him problems?
He
You
didn't
tell
use
your
his
friends
job
everything
with me.
about you all's marriage? I hope my wife ain't telling you everything I do wrong. All right.
This is how this worked. Last September, he took a chainsaw from his job. He pawned it. Well, the detectives, he had me go get it out. The detectives met me up there, was going to arrest me for it.
All right.
That belonged to his boss. He was taken in. They let him come home. His boss at the time said he wouldn't press charges. They knew
Because
he
he
was
owed-
unpressed.
All right. You're giving your husband a little tough love to try and get him off drugs. Is that the essence of what you're saying?
Yeah, he needs, yeah. He
All right.
She didn't mind riding with me up there to pawn it. So
I had no other where to
You had
go,
to keep the
Paul.
lights on, sir.
that's why I pawned it. He owed me the money, and then that's why it all got worked out. No child.
All right. You all don't think you can reconcile, or?
No.
No.
But I will say this, Your Honor.
Why? If he went to
call my-
rehab, why couldn't you?
We probably could.
I don't-
He did call me at
You
1:36.
could if he went to rehab?
He called me at 1:36 last night.
He was getting
wanting-
high, ma'am. That's what happens when you get high.
Wanting
You're
a
up
place
all
to
night.
stay.
Did he ask for $20?
No, he wanted a place to stay.
Same thing. That's not $20 a place to stay. That's even more.
But anyway, I'm not on drugs. She just,
Okay.
it's
All right. Wow. Is there any circumstance you go back to
to
your
her.
wife?
No.
You're slow about
Absolutely.
answering because you got her with you.
No,
Y'all talk about it another time, sir. All
Your
right.
Honor, I also have this
What's the loan
police
for?
report. Police report on her, or not the report, but her mugshot where they were
Didn't I
just
tell you all
busted.
to leave each other alone?
Okay, well, I'm just telling you, that's what is going on with my children.
All right.
Now-
and ma'am, this does say possession of meth.
Your Honor,
Possession
those
of
were dropped.
marijuana.
Those are not charged
The-
against me. The DA did not press charges because I drug tested and I was clean. That's why there are no charges currently
Right.
filed against me right now.
All right, ma'am. I hear you talking so fast over there.
No,
All
they didn't
right.
formally
dropped him.
charge.
She was arrested.
Yeah, I was
She
arrested, but I wasn't
for it,
charged.
And all right, and it wasn't their imagination. Let's get to the loans you're suing for, ma'am.
Okay. In February of this year, he needed $1,000. They had purchased a truck together, and the tag was due.
After he had run off.
Yes, sir.
$1,000.
And you knew he was on meth. Or so
Yes.
you say.
Yes.
You gave him some more money for that?
Yes. I
After he
did.
smoked up the first,
Yes.
you gave him some more.
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
The $1,000 come from my inheritance of $20,000 that she kept and would not give me, and that's where that $1,000 came from, and then the other loan she got came from.
First thing, ma'am, you should know you all are still married, so you can't sue your husband in civil court. So this is joint assets, with the exception of inheritance.
He signed the check, inheritance check, to me to open a bank account in my name only.
You sound like you're suing him for assets that came from his inheritance.
He told me when the money was put in the account, he says, give me $50,000 in a matter of 2 days. He wanted it. You can have the rest that's in there. It was $15,900.
Okay. You all have
I didn't
anything?
agree
Let
to
me
give
see
her
the checks
nothing.
or whatever you have in writing.
I have a promissory note for the title loan that I
What
got
title
in
loan?
May.
Oh, the one. All
The
right,
one
let's
in
see
May,
it.
and the
so
promissory
you
note's
you
behind-
wrote out a promissory note to your own husband?
I had him sign it, yes, because the situation was I was getting the title loan. When the title came in on his truck, their truck, they were to have it put in my name and Paul's name.
Stay tuned. The verdict next. And coming up on Judge Mathis.
When the police came, they didn't ask you to leave?
No,
Right. We both on the
we
lead.
both on the lease, so
Yeah, but
nobody
there's a
has-
cool out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So people got guns drawn, they fighting, and they shoot at each other. And by the time the police get there, well, you're both on the lease, so there's nothing we can do. He twisted you around like you have never been twisted. You are embarrassing. Taking advantage of a 20-year-old girl. Don't come in acting pitiful. Be a man.
Next Judge Mathis.
Matthews is legally married to the defendant, but she claims their marriage ended after he started having an affair with his current girlfriend. the co-defendant.
Husband and wife can't sue each other, but Miss McCool,
Yes.
you're a party to this.
I didn't sign anything. She had
No, you're a counterclaim. Your name is in here.
Oh, yes.
Your name is in here. Before you start talking so fast,
Sorry.
let me explain the law. It says Tammy Mathis against defendant number 1, Paul Mathis. Defendant number 2, Rhonda McCool. You know when you have defendant 1 and defendant 2, that means you're joint parties. You're together. And joint parties, you can either sue and win a judgment against one or both. We know she can't win against him because they're married. You put your name on here. Take responsibility. Now, what is your counterclaim?
It is harassment for posting all this stuff on Facebook, getting hold of my brother.
Tell me. Don't hand me 30 pages.
Getting hold of my sisters and harassing me.
I know you're talking fast and you're doing all that, but you read what it is she did to you to prove your case. And read slow. No reading. Your claim is dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff against defendant 2. Have a good day.
I ain't got nothing to say to her.
You didn't say that last night at 1:30 when you needed a place to stay when y'all
The
were
only
fighting?
reason he called you is because we were fighting. He wants nothing to do with you. You're a loser. You are a loser. You're a loser. You're
a mathead.
You keep going back to
you have
him.
no children.
You are a
Your
loser.
teeth are going to fall out.
You integrate yourself. Keep going back to him. Whether he calls you or not, you're the one that keeps going back to him.
Plaintiff Ernestine Purnell says she and the defendant fell for each other fast, and within a month they moved in together. However, within that same month, they also broke up, and Ernestine's suing her because she damaged Ernestine's property after she brought another woman home. Defendant Jamie Hall says after she started dating Ernestine, she became jealous and controlling. And she had a big problem with Jamie's sugar daddy. Jamie claims her security deposit should cover any damages she caused. So she refuses to pay Ernestine another dime.
Start with you.
Well, I met Jamie at an LGBT event. It's called Detroit Coolest Feminist Studs.
What?
Detroit Coolest Feminist Studs. It's a barbecue they was having.
In Detroit?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. And, you know, I like all things Detroit, so when you mention Detroit, got to talk about it a little. And this is 36th District Court where I was a judge.
Okay.
All right, so you all met at a barbecue.
Yeah. We hit it off. You know, it was flames. It was hot. You know, she's a hot female. So it was like we dated.
Was it hot for you too?
Yes.
All right. Because sometimes it can be just one-sided.
You're not talking about the grill then.
No, it's not the grill. Go ahead.
Everything moved fast. Within a month, her and I moved in together. Mm-hmm. Okay. And also within that same month, her and I broke up.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What was it like that month you all were together? Other than hot and heavy.
It was ups and downs. I mean, we didn't agree on a lot of things, and
because you didn't know each other.
Right. Jamie, you know, she had little things she go through.
Look like she about to go through something now. Calm down. Hold on now. Let me get some background from you.
Okay. Yeah, we met or whatever, and it was good. I fell for those eyes of hers. And it's just, she became controlling. She had a problem with a friend of mine, which was my sugar daddy. She didn't have a problem with him at first before we got into a relationship, but it seemed like she just came more and more.
And you told her you dated men?
Well, she did not know that I had a friend, but she found out about it before we even got in a relationship. So it's not like I'm with him, but he just takes care of me when my money is.
Sugar daddy's got a little sugar too. Now I don't know who you feel. Go ahead.
But she knows about that because she also wanted to listen to it.
I don't know what that is, but let's move along.
She wanted to listen.
I don't know what you're about to say.
Okay.
So whatever. Go ahead.
So one incident, we had got into it, and she brought a female to the house. So that's when I got a little upset, and I tore down 2 doors, and I busted
suing you for property damages. Let me allow her to tell me what happened.
More of Judge Mathis when we return. Defendant Jamie Hall is being sued by her ex-girlfriend, who claims Jamie destroyed her property in a jealous rage.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the incident, we had broke up. And Jamie said we can have friends over. She said we're going to be roommates because we're both on the lease. Okay. I thought she was being for real about it because we had this conversation before. She was so against it. So I brought a friend over.
Was she bringing her sugar daddy over?
No, I at the time, when she said that I knew the sugar daddy, that's a story. How I found out about him, that she was doing something with him through text message, I approached her with it. She tried to lie about it. I'm holding it in my hand. She tried to lie. She started crying. Then she admitted. She said that, he do things for her. She gets money. So this young lady that I brought over, because we still was staying there together.
And you call yourselves broken up?
Right.
We only broke up for, an hour?
That's not true, Your Honor.
That is very true.
That's
an hour,
true.
And she brought somebody within the hour.
It was like 4 hours.
Oh, no.
Not that long.
It was like 4 hours.
So tell me exactly what happened when that person, did you introduce them and say, this is a friend?
You couldn't bring anyone to the house with Jamie unless it was just your relatives. If she didn't know him, she wouldn't have that. She said this, if you see someone, see them at their place. Don't bring them to the house.
As in someone you're dating?
Right.
Or cheating with?
Right.
What do you think you're supposed to do?
The same thing. But this young lady I wasn't cheating with, I've known her for like 8 years.
All right. See, did you say, hey, this is a friend?
No, I didn't get a chance. Jamie would sleep on the couch. When I brought her in, I was going to introduce her. Jamie was laying there. But Jamie, when we was walking past, the dog was barking and everything. Jamie got up. I seen that look in her face.
The dog knew what time it was.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
So you was going. The dog was barking.
Yes, he was barking.
She was awakened by the dog.
I asked Jamie, we have some cards, playing cards. She said no. I was like, all right. So she had this evil look, so I'm like, okay, well, I told the young lady, let's go.
You didn't introduce her?
No.
That would have been the right thing to do. Respectful thing to do.
Could have been, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
I didn't do it. So we went upstairs, and I heard a boom, boom, boom. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, dang, what's that? And the young lady was like, I don't know. Boom, boom. I said, well, maybe Jamie want to say something to me. So I go downstairs. I go into the bedroom. The door of the bedroom was on the floor. Jamie was in the closet, like, throwing everything in the basket. So I walk over, and I said, Jamie, are you okay? She's like, yeah, she's sweating and everything. I'm like, so are you moving or you leaving? She said, yes, no, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I left her be because I ain't never seen her destroy a door before. So I let her be. And I
left out?
Yeah, I left out the bedroom.
Good.
I went back upstairs.
The house. You didn't leave the house?
No, I had to go get the young lady first. We was getting ready to leave. When I went back upstairs and I was like, to the young lady, I think we should go. Boom, boom, boom. Another boom, boom, boom. Go downstairs. It's the bathroom door this time. So she was mad. She went slamming open the front door and all that. I guess the neighbors or something from all the commotion called the police.
Good.
Police came. They made fun of it or whatever. And they said, as long as she ain't touching you, it's okay, but this is a civil case. That's what they said.
They didn't ask either of you to leave, her in particular?
No, she
was
cooling
off
anyway.
period?
No, I don't think so.
I packed all my stuff in the car. I was leaving anyway.
When the police came, you were gone?
No, I was there.
But when they came, they didn't ask you to leave?
No.
Right. Cause we both on the lease.
We both on the lease, so
Yeah, but there's a cool out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So people got guns drawn, they fighting, and they shoot at each other. And by the time the police come, they got their big guns right in front of them, or the shotguns in their arm. Police get there. Well, you're both on the lease, so there's nothing we can do.
Right.
Go ahead. That was bad policing.
Yes.
But go ahead. You all, thank God, didn't kill each other. What happened after that?
When she heard that, the police saying that and laughing and all that, she got on her phone and she all on the phone like, oh, I'm about to tear some more S up. I'm about to tear some more S up. So she slamming, trying to break down the hallway door. That didn't work. She goes to the front door again, slamming open that, dent that doorknob and all. Then the piece of the bathroom door, she threw it. It busted the front window. I called the police. Second time, they came. Different officers. They talked to us. We was outside, and I was getting ready to take the young lady home. Jamie had her stuff in her car. She's packing her stuff. So they came. He talked to me. The other officer was talking to her, and he also said, "Dude, you want me to, she can go to jail?" And I said, "No, I just want her to stop because we both live here, and to me." Because you leaving, you trying to get me thrown out.
That's good policing. Now we're talking good policing.
We'll be right back. And on the next Judge Mathis.
He twisted you around like you have never been twisted. You are embarrassing. Taking advantage of a 20-year-old girl. Don't come in acting pitiful. Be a man.
Next Judge Mathis.
Paul is being sued by her ex-girlfriend, who claims Jamie destroyed her property in a jealous rage.
All right, let's hear from you on what happened.
She claims that this was a friend of hers from 8 years ago, but I did some research and...
And you suspected that they were messing around?
Yes.
Okay. Mm.
So that's what got me upset. And yes, I did do all of what she said I did. And I left. And I am off of the lease. And when I left from the lease,
okay,
they kept my
I'll get into that
deposit.
once she tells me the ramifications. Now, property damage is what you're suing her about, and rent.
All right. Jamie was gone for like 3 weeks in December. But while she was gone, she was coming back and forth to the house because she's still on the lease. Me and her still was fooling around. She was living with another.
This is after the incident?
Yes. Yes. When she came back, I think it was Christmas or before Christmas. She came back. We talked it over, whatever. But her friend, we talked the relationship.
I don't care about that no more. I'm done with that. Let's talk about this rent and the damage.
All right, that's in January. Now, January.
What month does she owe for rent?
January.
All right. She didn't pay January's rent?
No.
Did she stay there? When was the last time she lived there?
January the 20th.
Okay, so she should have paid January. You're right. And the amount is $325?
Yes.
All right. And the damage to the door?
It was $37 a piece, 2 doors.
What's the total you want for the property damage?
$70.
That's how you want to ask for your money?
I mean,
you winked your eye, you looked up. That's how you want to ask for your money? You think maybe $70?
$70
Let's see what she says. I promise you, she's not going to say, I think maybe.
Okay.
She's going to say, I don't owe her nothing, Yana.
I don't owe her anything.
See?
Because...
Now, who you want me to believe? She was very clear and concise. You winked your eye, looked up. So who should I believe? Man?
Because when we were going through whatever we were going through, she texted me and said, if I come back, I do not have to pay rent for that month. That is why I did not pay. January.
Did you come back?
Yes. Only because she said I didn't have to pay rent.
When did you come back?
I don't remember exactly what date.
She's lying.
You have any evidence that she forgave the month of January, ma'am?
Yes, through a text message.
Thank you. Which one?
And what do you say to the property damage, the $70 she has asked for?
When I left for my lease, they kept my security deposit of $337.50.
Yana.
That is the money that she should be getting for the $70.
Yana.
The $70?
It should be right in that security deposit.
First, let me look at this. You can make yourself happy. If I pay on all the rent, will you come back? And did she come back?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I see a text where you tell her if she moves back, she won't have to pay.
Your Honor, it was December 2015.
That what?
Then when she left.
Right.
She came back in January 2016.
You told me she left January 20th.
Yes, she left January 20th. Yes.
A second time, you're saying?
Yeah, she left about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I left about 4 or 5 times in this relationship.
So she felt like because she wasn't there, that she shouldn't pay.
And you told her she wouldn't have to pay. I can't play games with you guys.
Oh, it's not
Have a
playing
good day.
games.
Your claim is dismissed. You haven't proved it.
Okay.
So go on out here, smile, laugh, all this y'all doing in front of me today, and do what you do, but please don't hurt each other.
Okay,
Your claim is dismissed.
We friends.
Maybe.
We friends.